Hello everyone, my name is Habiba Abdullah. I am the presenter of this channel, Habib24 TV. I'm here to continue reading the books Night Entertainment. Here is the episode 13. The topic of today is A Life of Crime. 4 days later, that's a strange king in Kyoto mine awoke again. Everybody was asleep when a figure sneaking into Madam Sheikh's strong room, darkness seeming to suit the activities of this intruder, for he stole quietly forward, feeling his way go until his finger encountering what he sought. Then, glancing about to see that no one had awakened, he slipping down, he stepped in 3 strides. He gained the spot where a ladder awaiting him. It was simple matter to scale the wall and land noiselessly go on the other side. The intruder put his head down and disappearing into the town. At dawn, Malam Shehu went to his strong room. The door was open, but everything seeming to be in order until he stopped and counting the money back again. One was missing. He made his way on to Kyoto room. The boy was not there. Zenobe, he bowling Zenobe. And when she came, this is how you look after our son. Is it? You lie. They are sleeping, and up he goes with £100 of mine. The woman tried to excuse herself, but Malam Shehu, her anger will not abate. And presently he and Zenobe were quarreling. The boy each other the thing that hurt most, while the other women giggle at them. Zainabu tell Malam Shehu again. Remember, I not want to marry you. You forced me. They had not to speak to each other for many days. Neither of them had not the courage to leave the courtyard then. When there was any great activity in the town, they did not show their faces. Their friends rapidly grew, fewer and fewer. And when at time the business forces Shehu to appear in public, he could not help noticing how the people jeering at him and pointing him out as each rich father of the tape. Kyoto went to Kano, and there he joined forces with a gang of smash and grab robbers who raided the white man shop. He was however an amateur at this time, and within a week he was caught and sentenced to 8 months imprisonment. About this time, man came to Galma to collect merchandise for sale at Kano, and he put at the house of Malam Shehu. His first questioning, when he had settled down, was, "How was what son of yours, Kyoto?" "My son," sighed Malam Shehu. He causing me great suffering. He has become very bad. I am ashamed to tell you of these activities. You will not believe it, but the son of Shehu, the richest man in Galma, has become a thief. But where is how now? Malam Shehu shrugging his shoulder. Where is he? He went away with £100 of mine about money ago. That's all I know. The trader chewing his colonel for a long time. before replying, I don't know this son of yours very well. I was presenting at the name giving ceremony, and after that I saw him at school. I am afraid to raise your hope, but I saw someone like him at Kanu. Please greet Malam Shehu. Do not take offense, but he was among prisoners. That must be him, shouting Malam Shehu offense. Have I not seen worse? He must be the one. For this news of his son, Shehu received his guest with wide open arm. When the merchant was going back to Kano, he gave him servant to accompany him and trace his son. Arriving at Kano, the merchant led the servant to an incinerator where the prisoners were at work. They are waiting for a long time before the prisoners came, and the trader at once spotting Kyauta among them. He paid picking up cigarette, stooped and was smoking it when the warder beat him on the back. Kyauta, he whispering, Kyauta, I wish to speak to you. Kyauta turned his eyes, were yellow and his face very wizened, very thin. You can't go and see the warder and give him a little tip. The merchant went to the warder that night and having bribed him, told him his intention. The warder said, come and wait for us by the bush where we always walk. You will then be able to speak to Kyauta. Promptly, at the arrange of the prisoners turning up, Kyauta and merchant were given the opportunity to be alone for some time. The merchant said, your father has sent me to you. Is he well? Yes, and so is your mother. Well, what is your message? Has he sent me any money? No, he has not. He wants to know how long you have to save, so that this servant may lead you back to him. I have 3 months more. Kyauta lied, knowing well that he had only 1 more month. The merchant went about his work and sent the servant back to Galama with the news that a month. Shehu's servant returning to wait 2 months for the release of the boy. That night he took gift to the warder and expressing his intention of speaking to Kyauta on the morrow. You are very lucky, said the warder, pocketing the money. You will not have to speak to your master's son in secret. What do you mean? He was released today. He told me he was going to visit a friend. I can tell you where to find him. The servant took the address, but wandering vainly about the town for 6 nights and 7 days without finding him. He was running short of money. When he finally gave up, he returned to Galama and relating the story in tale to Malam Shehu. For his part, Kyauta had gone to another town where he had met a clerk working for an English firm. The clerk had taken an instant liking to him and engaged him as a servant and shop assistant. Kyauta, his new role was very helpful and capable. Even the clerk wife could not speak highly enough for his honesty and humility. The clerk himself grew to trust him so much that he will leave him in charge of shop and when he returned, everything will be in order. One day Kyauta made a proposition to the clerk. You have been working for this English people for a long time. Have you ever talked for a planning business of your own? Yes, the clerk admitting, wondering what the boy will say next. My sole desire to help you is this. I want you to buy things cheaply from the shop and give them to me to sell for you. I am native for this part. I will find it very easy to make good profit with my knowledge of the people and their waste. The clerk at once agreed. He bargained up good to the value of 15 pounds and give them to Kyauta to sell. Kyauta went interior and made a profit of well over 5 pounds on the sale. He returning to the money to the clerk and his wife pointing his out further fruit of the boy honesty. That night she spoke to the husband. Since we came to here to live, we have never met such an honest boy as Kyauta. Let I do something to help him. Well, it is a good idea, said the husband. They prepare another bundle for him and give it to him sell. This time the value was 20 pounds, and the boy, for exceeding the profit expecting of him, instead of traveling up and down the country in this manner, Kyauta proposing, why not open a shop at that area? As far as I can see, the people are quite willing to buy tin, but there is no one supply them. The desk clerk has taken, but his wife dropped away his pair. They give him the money. Next day, I know to build a good shop. In 2 months, he was back in the clerk wife, then accompany him in the interior to see what sort of job had made up. She was very satisfied with the work. The returning and shifting article to the new branch, and that was the time when Kyauta, looking up to the sky and thank his Allah, at last I found what I want. He opened the shop and left completely alone. He spent whatever money he made on gambling. Platter never left his house, and his stable were never short of horse. At the end of the month, clerk asked him to render an account, but he said that thing were in such mess that month account will not be possible for some time. At the end of next month, he still had no account ready. The clerk wife began to get suspicious. She urged her husband to send someone at once to the branch shop. Let him collect whatever money the boy can give him. If you let him go on this manner, you will get into trouble with the firm. The messenger got and found the shop completely empty. The boy had not a penny in his person, and even the platter had deserted him. He went back and told the clerk what he had seen. Kyauta was sitting in the empty shop. One cool morning, when 3 policemen appeared before him. We have come to arrest you, they told him quietly. He followed them without their last resistance. One of the police remaining behind the lock of the shop door. Ga an Kyauta turned round, said to him that there is no need. The goods there are not worth more than 10 shillings. They took him here in the court and tried him. The magistrate, recognizing him at once, the boy whom he had sentenced to 8 months imprisonment at Kano some time previously. Nothing could be done with him until his father appeared on his behalf and pay the clerk the sum of £400. The estimating value of the shop contained a substantial fine to the court. The clerk was glad to escape conviction and, balancing his book, swore never to trust any stranger for the rest of his life. Kyauta accompanied his father back to Galma. As soon as gate closed behind them, Malam Shehu put the boy in the chain and handcuffed of him. Here is the end of episode 13. Here is the moral lesson about this topic. Kyauta dumping the clerk and his wife, pretending to be very honestly boy. Initially, later Kyauta wasting all the clerk investment on gambling and good life. The lesson is never put your hope and trust of any stranger in your life. Don't take risks. Beware of wolves who come to you in cheap clothing. They were dupe you and take away your mother, and you will never recover from that loss, probably for the rest of your life. Presently in your country, Kyauta could be timing a criminal. Don't ever try dupe cheap or swindle people of their money in your community, as Kyauta did. It is a very bad practice which can ruin your career and land you in jail, as it was with Kyauta. Likewise, don't encourage bribery and corruption in your society. The world, our country and community need honesty, upright strength, forward and law-abiding citizen, so that all of us can live peacefully without that fear of losing our life or property. That is the end of the story. You can know what you do in your life for the next. Whenever you found yourself at any situation, any moment, any place, you can manage it. Thank you, listener, for the following this.